Good afternoon, and welcome to this afternoon's baseball game between the Cohasset Skippers and your Abington Green Wave. Prior to the start of today's game, we would like to take a moment to recognize and honor Abington head baseball coach Steve Baraxlis. At this time, I would like to invite Coach Baraxlis out to home plate and to be accompanied by his two sons, Stephen and Tyler. We would also like to recognize his daughter Rachel and wife Tracy, who are unable to attend today. Thank you to the entire Baraxlis family for sharing coach with the Abington baseball community for the past 3 decades plus. We recognize and appreciate the sacrifices that you as a family have made for the student athletes of Abington. Coach Baraxlis took the reins of the Green Wave baseball program in the spring of 2002 after previously serving as a sub-varsity coach for 14 years. Coach Baraxlis quickly put a winning stamp on the program in a highly competitive South Shore League, immediately reaching the state tournament and 3 years later making the first of his several trips to the South Sectional Finals. Coach has continued to build a winning tradition at Abington High School, qualifying for the state tournament in 18 of his 20 seasons at the helm, winning multiple sectional titles, multiple state championship appearances, and winning the state championship in 2009. This past Wednesday, Coach Baraxlis earned his 300th career win. In recognition of this achievement, we would like to invite this year's captains to present Coach Baraxlis with a commemorative game ball from the game. Coach Baraxlis will formally be presented a commemorative plaque to mark the occasion at a later date. In addition to his consistent success on the baseball field, Coach Baraxlis has served as a mentor and a role model to all of his players and colleagues at Abington High School. He is the definition of a selfless, hardworking leader and a true exemplar for the student athletes and fellow coaches of Abington High School. His commitment and passion for the game of baseball and overall success of his players while playing for him and beyond is extraordinary. On behalf of all of your former players, the Abington High School administration, and the community of Abington, congratulations on this remarkable accomplishment, and thank you for your contributions to the community. Take the field for final warm-ups. We invite any former players in attendance to meet Coach Baraxlis at the end of the third base dugout to congratulate him and take a quick picture before the start of the game. Congratulations.
Ladies, gentlemen, boys, and girls, baseball fans of all ages, hello and welcome into the Tom Graham Diamond at Memorial Field for today's South Shore League matchup. It is the Cohasset Skippers and the Abington Green Wave. As always, I'm Mad Dog Matt Nelson. Pleasure to be joined alongside today by none other than the head high school hockey coach of Abington High School, Brian Woodford. Coach, it's the last game of the regular season. The Green Wave are looking forward to the playoffs, but first they have to get past the team that they met 3 times last year. That includes the South Sectional Final. There is a lot of history between these two teams. What are you looking forward to today?
Thank you, Mad Dog. Great day for some matinee baseball. Yeah, these two teams have always gone hard against each other on the diamond for years. So it's going to be a great matchup. Should be some good plays, good game all around.
Let us meet the Skippers lineup. Justin Froyo will lead off. Luke Naveau is batting second. Justin Appleby is hitting third. Nick Henry batting cleanup. Nick Iantosca is batting fifth. Luke Lefebvre is hitting sixth. Travis McKean bats seventh. Carter Wimberly is hitting eighth. And Jackson Soderberg is batting ninth. They will face the ace of the Green Wave pitching staff, Aiden O'Donnell. He'll be throwing to your backstop, the baseball team's backstop, Spencer Merrick. Ball 1 to Froyo. A.J. Nash is at first base. Eddie Riley is at second. Steve Madden is at shortstop. Henry Rogers at the hot corner. It is John Sullen in left field. Ryan Tobin in center. And Drew Donovan is in right. Ground ball foul down the left field line. Ball and a strike to Froyo. O'Donnell boasts 5 pitches, each of which he excels at. That is very rare to see in high school. That looked like the changeup. He has a 2-seam fastball, 4-seam fastball, the changeup, a sweeping slider that goes about 2.5 feet from left to right, and a knuckle curveball. There is the slider, and it is 3-1 to Froyo. Coach Paraxlis honored in a pregame ceremony, getting his 300th career win. That was on Wednesday evening over the Norwell Clippers. It's a leadoff walk.
Just thinking about that,
Froyo.
Mad Dog, just how long it takes to get 300 wins and how successful you have to be over a long period of time. It's impressive.
To mix in a state championship,
Yeah.
20 years of coaching. What's surprising, not really surprising, but what's mind-boggling to me is that he's the second head coach of Abington High School this year to get win number 300.
Yes.
Third milestone overall. The athletic programs at Abington High School are beyond insanely good.
Right. Right. And the tradition with both the football and the baseball teams with having these coaches being around for decades, just the stability in the program, going through the ups and downs and the flows of the, new sports and competition and different things. They just stay on top. I did the math, and it averages to be about 14 wins per season.
Out of a 20-game season.
Out of a 20-game season.
In baseball, used to have 18-game seasons.
Right.
O'Donnell's pickoff move to first.
Keeping
Froyo
him-
diving back safely.
Keeping them honest over there.
This is Luke Naveau. He's also on the Skippers hockey team. Froyo takes off, and that one fouled off of
The shin.
Naveau's right shin, it looks like. And Naveau still stretching it out. 0-2 might see a pitch out here from O'Donnell. Froyo took off on the last pitch. He's got a healthy lead about 8 feet. The throw over is on the wrong side of Nash. Froyo inching closer to second. He'll hold, and
that's
that
it.
one gets Naveau up in the neck. So the first two Skippers will be on base.
Oh, good. Looks like. Good to see him
Naveau's
get up from
standing
that.
up, which is always a good sign to
Always.
see. Looks like it got his jaw. And he's going to take his base.
Yeah. It's good sportsmanship right there. It's tough.
And good sportsmanship
Yeah.
halfway down the first baseline of Aiden O'Donnell to come over and ask if Naveau is okay.
Class act.
So runners on first and second for the Skippers with no outs in the top of the first inning. Justin Appleby, another one of those guys that you see on
see
the
him
ice
couple times a
surface.
year. Good to see him here out in the diamond. Looks like they got him in the 3 spot.
So
See.
Froyo at second, Naveau at first.
That's it, the ace.
He'll go to third base and get the lead runner.
That's what the ace needed right there. Quick at bat.
So it's the fielder's choice that gets Froyo at 1-5. Naveau up to second, and Appleby's get the FC single. Now it will be the cleanup batter, Nick Henry, number 2 for the Skippers. That was The knuckle curveball.
That was
I
the
told you
knuckle curve
could,
you were
you
telling
could
me
tell
about.
it. Came in just a bit high and outside, ball 1. Madden and Riley keeping Naveau close at second.
Oh, beaut.
That slider is good for a strike.
Yeah, froze him.
So much motion on every pitch that O'Donnell throws.
You just don't know.
1-1 the count to Henry.
Comes right back with it.
Another knuckle curve, and that replaced his best pitch last year, which was a 12-6 curveball.
Oh, this is a new pitch
This
this
is a
year.
new pitch this year.
That takes some dedication. Learn that over the offseason.
1-2 now to Henry. Another knuckle curve just high.
Yeah, look just outside.
2-2. Warm overcast day here in Abington. The 2-2 from O'Donnell. He'll step off. About 75 degrees. A little bit humid. Thunderstorms in the forecast a little bit later on this evening. This game's been all over the place on the schedule. It was supposed to be, 2 weeks ago on a Thursday. There was some scheduling conflict with Cohasset. Oh, and that
just
knuckle
outside.
curve just outside. He's hitting his spots exactly where Merrick is framing him. The umpire being very selective, full count. This game was supposed to have first pitch about 45 minutes from now at 3 o'clock. And because of the forecast, that's a swing and a miss.
That's it.
And there are 2 outs in the inning.
Big comeback there. After missing that last pitch that looked like it was inside.
So 2 on, 2 out here in the top of the first inning. Nick Iantoska, the right fielder, will step in for his first at bat of the game. O'Donnell checks the runner. Riley's there.
That's it.
The fastball put a dent in Alicia Reed's car.
Well, if anybody can fix that, she can.
That was Alicia's car. Was it? Yeah. So 0-1 to Iantoska.
Comes right back.
Another foul.
Another car.
And that one almost nailed someone's windshield that was driving in. They're playing target practice in the parking lot. 0-2. The count to Iantoska. O'Donnell looking to get out of the jam created by the first 2 batters getting on. The 0-2 is upstairs. O'Donnell definitely a strikeout pitcher, coach. He typically has somewhere around 10 every outing. The knuckle curve.
A little inside.
It freezes the batter every time because he doesn't know how far it's going to fall.
Right.
2-2 the count to Iantoska.
There we go.
Pop fly down the right field line. Nash sizing it up.
Great play.
He'll make the catch for the 3rd out. So the Skippers will strand 2, in the top of the first inning. No runs on 1 hit. No errors. 1 strikeout for O'Donnell. We'll head to the bottom of the inning.
Impressive work by O'Donnell battling back there. Wasn't getting some calls. Fought through. Stayed focused. Got the boys out of the inning.
It's an easy thing when you throw that many accurate curveballs in a row that the umpire is saying it's just missing by an inch or 2 to get very frustrated
Yeah.
and just come at him with heat and lose control. But a good head on the Green Wave ace.
And you know you're close. You know your stuff's there, and it's just a matter of you will get those calls. You're going to lose some, but you're also going to get some. So if you stay right around there, you stay the course, don't give up, you'll get the calls.
So let's meet the Green Wave starting lineup. Your captain, one of the captains on this
Beast.
baseball team, Ryan Tobin will lead us off. The pitcher Aiden O'Donnell will bat second. Stephen Madden will hit third. The catcher Spencer Merrick is batting cleanup as always. Eddie Riley bats fifth. Henry Rogers is sixth. A.J. Nash in the seventh slot. John Sellen batting eighth. And Drew Donovan is batting ninth.
Yeah, I'm looking to see the lefty get on, see the speed on the bases, see those wheels.
Legged out a triple to deep right field last game. I believe it knocked in the eventual game-winning run.
Which, if I stand correct, was a big comeback, was it? They come
5-0 a score on Wednesday.
Okay.
The comeback on, let's see, Tuesday. I'm flipping back through the pages here. Let's see, St. John Paul led 1-0. Before that, it would have been last week.
Okay.
The Skipper's defense, Travis McKean, who I ran into at Fenway Park a couple of weeks ago, is on the hill. Doing the catching for him is Justin Appleby. Nick Henry's at first base. The second baseman, Jackson Soderberg. The shortstop is Luke Naveau. Third baseman, Ryan Madden. Luke Lefebvre is in left field. Justin Froyo in center. Nick Iantoska is in right.
Captain looks like he belongs on an 80s baseball card right now.
Oh, he's got the stash
Got
going.
the stash. It's a
The
beautiful,
stash, a little mullet going.
beautiful thing.
Tobin 1 for 3 on Wednesday against Norwell, including that triple. The dugout is exceptionally loud today. Tobin
amazing.
squares the bunt, and it is a high ball one. Tobin skies this a mile in the
Looks
air.
like
It's
it's
going to
gonna
get
get
out
out.
of play.
Healthy hack.
A lot of the JV team is on the varsity roster for today's regular season finale. Tobin skies it to right field. Iantoska drifting back.
Oh,
and it goes off of the glove.
Captain's
Tobin
on the
is heading
move.
for third. It's still in deep right field. Tobin is going to have a stand-up triple to lead off on the E9.
Good lumber on that ball. Tough one for the right fielder. Sky
The
high.
sun's starting to poke through a little bit, so he might have lost it. Of course, the overcast day, the ball blends right in with the clouds.
It had a little spin on it, too.
Now, Aiden O'Donnell changing his walk-up music to the Undertaker's theme song. That from Sweet Child of Mine by Guns N' Roses. Low curve.
Must be a
called
tough
strike.
one for him to take right there. He missed a few of those himself last inning.
Curveball is inside. O'Donnell spins out. 1-1. That one in the dirt. Tobin's
Captain's
going to
all
walk
the way.
home.
That's it.
1-0 Green Wave. Bottom of the first inning. The error proving costly. Two and one the count to O'Donnell. Now McKean with the clean slate of bases. That is upstairs. 3-1. The Green Wave doing their best. I'm sure you guys can hear them through our headsets.
Lively bunch.
Very lively. You got a couple of JV kids on the hockey team, too.
There's a ton of energy coming from this dugout right now.
Colin Crocker, one of the guys leading the charge.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Mike Pino.
Mikey Pino.
Last name that you've become very familiar with.
Full count to the pitcher.
First baseman's going to take it himself, slicing off the handle of the bat. Now Stephen Madden changing his walk-up song to, this is Stone Cold Steve Austin's intro
I'm sensing
music.
a theme. Boys ready to wrestle.
The Stone Cold Steve.
That's it.
There it is.
That's it.
Madden pops it up foul. Falls in the parking lot. I don't want to jinx myself, but I've parked in the same spot all season that I haven't gotten tagged.
Over here.
Right over here.
Yeah. Risky business, Mad Dog.
Hard grounder. Good feet by Coach Paraxlis.
Has not lost a step over there at third.
Quick feet. 0-2 the count to Madden. The curveball is strike 3. 2 outs. So now it'll be Spencer Cowboy Merrick.
Some say the heart and soul of the team right here coming up to the plate.
His cleanup is a sophomore.
Yeah.
It's insane.
You need laser focus in that spot, and he's got it. Good eye. Good eye.
As you know, a great defensive backstop.
A wall.
Absolute wall.
He makes a living on not letting things by him.
One and one after that one fouled off down the third base line. Curveball good for a strike over the outside corner. Get the feeling that Merrick's not going to look at that one twice.
No. Down on the count. Expecting to be aggressive here at the plate.
1-2,
caught him
a
on his
wave and a miss. But the Green Wave get one
On the board.
off of Ryan Tobin's E9 triple, and then the wild pitch. We're at the end of the first inning. 1-0. The Green Wave have the lead. Luke Lefebvre, Travis McKean, Carter Wimberly will be due up for the Skippers. They left 2 important runners stranded in the first inning, Coach. They had 2 on with no outs.
Yeah, I could expect the ace to come out, throwing the heat, try and get ahead of these batters.
What especially impresses me, I talk about it game in and game out, the multi-sport athletes here at Abington High School. You've got the starting quarterback of the football team is an all-league second baseman.
Right.
The goaltender of the hockey team is the catcher. The captain of the hockey team is the center fielder. One of the stars of the football team and basketball team is your right fielder. The list goes on and on and on. And it's across all seasons, all sports.
Right, and that's something that's kind of traditional with these programs is that there's athletes, and they play multiple sports, and that's what Coach sees in people is he sees athletic ability, and he harvests it, and he makes them into a great ball player. He gets them to buy into the system, and they play with their hearts. And I've never seen a Coach P team not play with their hearts, and that's why he does what he does for 300 wins. He's a worker, and he gets his players to work.
Win or lose, they're leaving it all between those lines.
And it's not just him, it's his son. Yeah, grinding every day. helping him. Father-son duo. I wonder how many of the
And the other son starts to come in every once in a
Oh
while
yeah.
too, Steven.
Oh yeah. I wonder how many of the wins Tyler's been here for.
Let's see.
Maybe a decade.
He's probably
That's
been
gotta
here for a decade or so.
He was on the 09.
He was on the 09
He was
team.
on the 09 team maybe as a freshman. Because Steven would have been a senior on the 09 team.
Yeah.
So maybe he's been here ever since he graduated, I believe. I think he went right from the,
So that's gonna
from
be
first base to first base coach.
Gonna be about 100 wins.
Yeah.
Give
It's
or
a third.
take.
That's a third of them. Father, son.
So this is Luke Lefebvre. He looks at a first pitch change up a little bit high.
Still getting squeezed a little by the umpire.
One of the Cohasset parents not happy when I went over before the game to get the skipper's lineup. They said, "Who are you guys throwing today?" I said, "None other than the ace, Aiden O'Donnell." Here's one to the left center field gap.
In the gap.
Tobin gets it off of one hop. It's going to be a long single for Lefebvre.
Good job limiting that to just one base right there.
So I told him Aiden O'Donnell is pitching for the Green Wave today. And he was very upset. Both of these teams have already wrapped up their playoff spots. Cohasset just getting there over the last week or so. Green Wave wrapping up their postseason spot when they visited Rockland Stadium a couple of weeks ago.
Well, I think it's the mindset of the Green Wave coming into this, and you hear Coach saying that playoff starts now. There's no more losing. It's just winning from here on out, and that's the approach I think they're taking with that, and it's, in my opinion, the right one. You can't let up, and that's their mentality.
One low and inside. A ball and a strike to McKean. So it's Lefebvre on first. McKean now. Wimberly on deck. Fouled off 1-2 now to the skipper's pitcher. The 1-2 to McKean. Throw to first and just past the tag was Lefebvre. Can't get much closer than that. Lefebvre, the speedy left fielder, holds it first, and McKean misses strike three.
Some heat from the ace.
Straight gas. Now it'll be Carter Wimberly, the designated hitter.
Stays with the fastball.
Fouled off. O'Donnell throws a lot of strikes. He has hit the 115 pitch limit a couple times this season, but he's also had 2 complete game no-hit shutouts. The 0-1. Fave holds again, and there's that knuckle curve, good for strike 2.
Caught the outside corner.
Oh, 2, 1 on, 1 out. That was the slider to Nash at first. His throw is dropped, and he gets the tag on Lefebvre. Good recovery. So it's a fielder's choice single on the E6. First error committed by the Green Wave today. 1 on, 2 outs for Jackson Soderberg. Jackson's sister Taylor started for the Cohasset Hull Co-op over on the softball diamond. That would have been, Tuesday. Got a scary comeback line drive right below the stomach.
Oh.
Was down for a couple minutes. Remained in the game and finished out the game pitching.
Is it?
Reminds me of the toughness of hockey players.
Well, you see it across all sports, And hockey, yes, from a professional standpoint, gets that. But a lot of these kids, even, I believe it was Luke Navad, took that pitch, got up, got to first. A lot of toughness in these sports, and it's good to see. It's part of the game.
Chopper at the high cheese. O'Donnell flips it to Nash, and they say the tag did not get him. So runners on first and second now with 2 outs for the top of the order. Justin Froyo drew a walk his first time up.
Is he? No. What is that?
Ryan Madden is being designated hit for.
Oh, yes.
First pitch fastball is stabbed by Henry Rogers at third. He touches the bag.
Clutch play.
And 2 more runners stranded for the Skippers. No runs. 1 hit. 2 errors committed by the Green Wave. They'll carry a 1-0 lead to the bottom of the second, where we'll see Eddie Riley, Henry Rogers, and A.J. Nash for Abington. So Riley will lead us off. He has been getting exceedingly more patient every single time he gets to the plate. He drew 2 walks, reached base 3 times against Norwell.
It's a good thing later in the season when you want to be selective with your pitches.
McKean back on the hill for his second inning of work.
I just saw that young Eddie Riley has committed to Clemson University.
The Tigers.
The Tigers. Bringing his talents down south. Sure, those football games are going to be electric to attend.
Oh, absolutely. Team that's consistently in the top 4 or 5 in the country. He was committed to PC, Providence College.
Yes. That's a couple of fine institutions. Must be nice to have
Also, I think he also got into Holy Cross, which runs in the family.
Yes. To have those choices. A lot of hard work. Very good grades.
Tough hop to third.
Hustles it out.
Long throw is scooped. A good pick at first by Henry. A throw made by Ryan Madden, and there's 1 out. So now Henry Rogers walking up to CM Punk's Cult of Personality. I'm not too much of a wrestling fan anymore. Let's see if I can pick out all the walk-up songs.
Seems like you got your finger on the pulse, Mad Dog.
Got a couple, of course. DJ Dr. James Madden in the house.
I'm sure he had his hands in all these music selections.
It's definitely the WWE theme. Rogers looks at ball 2 up and in.
It looks like the weather's going to hold off, Mad Dog. Get some sun poking through.
You know, thunderstorms in the 4 o'clock hour, allegedly. That is ball 3 upstairs. About 75 degrees, but pretty high humidity.
It sure is.
The 3-0. Ball 4, high end outside.
Very patient.
First walk. Now AJ Nash. Triple H. Time to play the game as performed by Motorhead. There's only 2 more in the lineup. Let's see if I can go from top to bottom.
I can imagine, Mad Dog, that you are a highly coveted trivia player.
I do enjoy a good trivia night, yes. Small lead at first for Rogers.
Good eye by Nash. Nash maybe the youngest in the lineup?
It's going to be Clay. Well, Madden's only a sophomore.
Okay. So Madden and Nash coming at the sophomores.
Selin might also be a sophomore.
And I think Coach does a good job of bringing in those young players and giving them high responsibility at an early age, and and then depending on them later on for the leadership.
Rogers had a 10-foot lead, the ball getting away from Appleby, so Rogers takes the free base.
I'd also be amiss if I did not point out a lot of these 300 wins Coach has gotten. For most of those, he was working 2 jobs and then coming to the field after. Put in just grinding for years to support his family and then come down here and support his second family.
Your high school coach is not to pump your tires too much. It's a different breed of dedication. We look at, lacrosse coach Grafton.
Yes.
He's been in charge of the youth lacrosse league in town for years.
Right.
He's got a family, a couple kids.
Oh, at the time he's put in. And it appears they've had a little bit of a turnaround year and in a good spot.
They're qualified. Every spring sports team qualified for the postseason.
Oh, that's impressive.
John Selin, for those keeping score at home, John Selin's walk-up song was You Can't See Me, the John Cena walk-up song. One and one to Selin. He started on Tuesday, I believe. It's either Monday or Tuesday. It's a low ball, 2. Drew Donovan awaiting on deck. Speedy right fielder has been known to drop down a bunt and consistently beat it out.
Yeah.
The 3-1 from McKean is fouled off. Full count. Can hear the Kansas City Chiefs tomahawk chop chant going from the dugout now.
And that works.
Ball 4. Second walk of the inning. And the game for Travis McKean puts runners on first and second for Donovan. Let's see if he tries it here.
I don't know how much that was intentional, giving him the open base.
Donovan looks at strike one over the outside corner. Keane checks Rogers at second and tosses one up high to Donovan, 1-1. That is low and away. Green Wave dugout seemingly getting to McKean.
And Donovan keeping the tradition going of a old player coming out of retirement for senior year and getting right back into the lineup.
6 years, I think they said.
And that's, wonderful to see, because you look back on these times thinking, oh, I should have played. And that's something he's going to be able to say that, I didn't miss that opportunity. Gave it one more go. And he
Another
gets down
walk.
first.
Well, coincidentally enough, when I ran into Mr. McKean at the Red Sox game, it was against the Angels. Him and a couple of teammates spent the game trying to get into Mike Trout's head, similar to how the Green Wave are attempting the same thing here.
Bases
Curveball, good for a strike
for the captain.
Tobin reached on the error his first time up. The bomb to deep right field. Sends this one a mile down the line, too.
Similar cut to his first at bat. He's got a little ahead of that one.
Tobin asks for time. They're just a little bit ahead of that one.
Ooh.
Curveball fouled off.
Way to hang in there. Just getting a piece on that one.
Rogers on third, Sellen on second, Donovan on first. McKean working from the windup. Ball one upstairs as Appleby pops up and looks down to first for Donovan, who is 15 feet off of the base. The 1-2 from McKean. Curveball outside. Count evens at 2 balls, 2 strikes now.
Another good eye.
A 2-2 now to Tobin.
Oh,
He's tagged to right again. The catch
time.
made this time. And the Green Wave will leave them loaded here in the bottom of the second inning, but they still have a 1-0 lead.
2 good at-bats by Tobin, though. Getting a lot of lumber on that ball.
Ryan Tosca's been tested in right. He's 1 for 2. It'll be Luke Naveau, Justin Appleby, Nick Henry due up for the Skippers. Naveau got hit by the pitch the first time. We're headed to the top of the third inning. O'Donnell will return to work. First round of the playoffs are expected to start next weekend. Seedings come out, I believe, Wednesday into Thursday for all the spring sports.
They should be home for the first couple of rounds if they're...
It's going to be every team, I think, except for girls lacrosse, should have a home game.
And speaking of
tennis is on the bubble.
That's very impressive. I'm not sure they even won a game last year, and now qualified for the tournament.
The year-to-year improvement
That
for both
is-
lacrosse programs is...
Yeah, congratulations to them both. And it's tough. I believe Coach Colley has been there for 2 years now. I think, or is this her first season?
This might be her first. It's either her first or her second.
The 2 rookie coaches making the tournament, turning the programs around. Kudos to them.
There's a couple more of your guys on the boys lacrosse team.
Yes, a lot of them. It's just great seeing them play in other sports. You know, that's means a lot to me to see them out there. And it's a lot of them play golf in the fall, hockey in the winter, and then switch between lacrosse and baseball. There's some track.
Or softball, too.
Some softball,
you got a softball player.
Sure do.
You got a softball player that...
Yep.
We haven't checked with Elias Sports Bureau yet, but maybe the first person in the history of sports to hit a cycle in 3 innings.
That was something, Mad Dog.
That was insane.
We're just going to go ahead and say it is the first time. It is. I just checked. It is.
Elias official. So this is Naveau. Swings and misses at the slider. Went down to one knee.
I think after that cycle, she then went and umped a youth softball game. Saw her down the field.
That is not what I would be doing if I hit a cycle in 3 innings. I would be celebrating like I just won the World Series. Another foul on another slider.
Heavy doses of the off-speed. Keeping him on his heels.
0-2, watch out for that knuckle curve here. The slider, that came in a bit low. There's that knuckle curve. Popped up to Donovan and right. He's full
The
charge
speed.
and slides down and makes the catch for an artistic first out.
Speed out there and right to close that gap.
Of course, his speed on full display as a wide receiver during the football season. Also one of the starting 5 on Coach Sereno's basketball team.
Three-sport star.
Fouled off. Of course, Coach Sereno. Can't forget about his milestone this season. 100 wins. Just 6 seasons of work, I think.
I'll tell you, I am just lucky to have all these mentors who have done it for a long time, willing to share their secrets with me. You know, they help me on a daily basis get through some things that we're figuring out in our program to get to where we need to be.
Appleby takes one in the shoulder. It's 1-on-1 out for Nick Henry. He was a strikeout victim his first time up. You've been running the hockey team for 3 years now?
3 full seasons. And it has been a lot with everything going on in the world these 3 years. The next year, we're looking to focus strictly on hockey. And, you know.
That sounds nice.
Yes, it is going to be amazing.
You're gonna be at the quarter mark by now.
I am not.
You're gonna be somewhere around there.
Not yet.
You're somewhere between 20 and 25.
Well, the second season we only got.
It was short. It was
sure,
like
it was
10 or 12 games.
Half season, and I would have likely have been at the quarter mark with a full season there. Which means I'll have to coach for another year longer. Not a problem.
Yeah.
Not a problem.
Because COVID robbed A lot of miles. Matt McGuire would be the leading scorer of all time of Abington High School if it wasn't for this pandemic.
Really?
He finished. I think he needed one more game to get it.
Impressive.
Still got 1,200 points in his career.
That's where I was. We were fortunate enough to, my captain John Polito, to be able to get to that 100-point mark in the shortened season. If you remember, which you probably do, is you got a steel trap over there. He did it quickly. He didn't waste any time.
Yeah.
He averaged 3 to 4 points a night for 4 or 5 straight games. I was able to get it out of the way, which made me very happy.
It's a lot of milestones. Football team going to a couple of state championships the last couple of years. 2019, I think they won it all. The 2-2. Runner takes off. Merrick's throw down. Not in time. It's a stolen base for Appleby. Two and two the count to Henry. Swing and a miss at the high cheese. Second strikeout for Henry. The third for O'Donnell.
Same pitch. Came high at that first at bat. Got him to chase.
Nick Iantoska flew out to foul territory by first base his last time up. Now 2 outs in the top of the third inning. Sun poking through again. High fastball. Abington High School's new therapy dog Harlow making an appearance before the game. I've never seen any creature or being that just when he walks into a space, everybody drops what they're doing.
Oh, the cuteness on that thing.
4 or 5 month old golden lab puppy. There's the knuckle curve, just low.
First one in the dirt all day for the ace.
2-1 the count to Iantoska. Hard grounder. Gets just past Madden. The throw home is going to be offline, and O'Donnell grabs it on the bare hand.
Did you see him touch third? I didn't see him touch third. Worth a try.
Looks like coach is questioning an appeal.
Yeah, they might appeal to third here. They are, in fact, going to appeal. Yeah, the umpire says he was safe. So
Appeal. Appeal denied.
that's 100% of shots you don't take. So Appleby scores from second.
Is there a limit on the amount of appeals?
No. Iantoska's run batted in. I'll tie the game at 1 in the top of the third. Another nasty curveball. This is Luke Lefebvre, who grounded out to shortstop. Oh, no, he singled his first time up before he was tagged out by Madden. Fouled off another nasty curveball. Feel the sun starting to heat things up. Out of the back of the neck.
Just feeling that myself, Mad Dog.
Of course, last season, COVID pushed everything back so much. The state championship game was July 3rd.
Wow.
And that was a rainy, cold, overcast, nasty day out in Springfield. But the game before that, it touched 95 and the live stream equipment stopped working.
Wow.
It quit on us in protest. 0-2 the count to Lefebvre. High four seam is ball 2. 2-2 now the count to Lefebvre. Zion Tosca at second. Big swing and a miss.
Huge.
Second strikeout of the inning. Another runner stranded for the Skippers. That is the fourth strikeout for O'Donnell. Will head to the bottom of the third inning, all tied up. The pitcher, Aiden O'Donnell, will lead off. Stephen Madden and Spencer Merrick due up for the Green Wave. The heart of the order. Still no sign of McKean. There he is. Maybe a Cohasset injury somewhere in the lineup. Trying to release your read over there.
I was just wondering, as they were kind of monitoring McKean as he was coming to the mound. I'm not sure if it was McKean or maybe she was checking on her vehicle to make sure that there's no damage to the car.
There is definitely a dent in the back of her car.
Line drive right beneath the back windshield. Jimmy, right to the left of the license plate. My bad.
I knew I parked the car, but I'll have to go take a peek later.
In a stunning plot twist, Alicia Reed was not aware that her car was hit until about 30 seconds ago when I broke the news to her.
The bearer of bad news. And you may not be able to see that, but the Mad Dog did have a smile on.
I did.
Well, he always does.
It's a beautiful day for baseball.
That's it.
What's not to smile about?
Life is good. The Green Wave in a close one, but this is where they thrive and live. Pulling away at some point.
Cohasset's pitcher last year, can't forget about him, David McSweeney. His brother is actually on the team. He is talented enough that he is now at IMG Academy in Florida, one of the premier prep schools in the entire nation.
That is impressive.
Him and, I think it was O'Donnell, got into quite a pitching duel last year.
That doesn't surprise me.
O'Donnell looks at ball 1 low and inside.
Good eye by the ace.
O'Donnell grounded out to first his last time up.
Let's see if he can help himself out here and get something rolling.
Typically, helps his own cause. He reached base 3 times last game, 2 singles, a walk. Looks at ball 2 in the dirt. Check swing, and umpire calls it a strike.
Not yours, Aiden! Not yours!
2-2. Curveball is up and in. Full count. The payoff pitch from Travis McKean is fouled off to the backstop. Count remains full. The pitch is inside. O'Donnell backs out. And he's on for the first time today.
Exactly what the Green Wave needed, a long at bat. Looks like McKean's starting to get a little tired. On base early, no outs. Stone cold at bat.
Stone Cold Steve.
Who do we have coming in pinch running for the ace?
It's number 50. Now I will check the roster. That would be Pat Cummings. That looks at a low and away, ball 1.
It's like a sophomore with some wheels.
Healthy lead at first for Cummings. Strike 1 to Madden. Tony's big lead at first. He might take off. He almost got caught leaning the other way by Appleby, who pumped fake down to first.
Looks like he's active over there. Coach may have something in the works.
2-1 the count to Madden.
Stays.
Throw it down. It catches. Oh, we might have an injury down at first. Nick Henry had a bounce. It looked like it got his inner thigh.
Shaking it off.
Went down kind of awkwardly. His legs caught under him. Waves off the Cohasset coach. 3-1 the count to Madden. And it's ball 4.
Good job. Patient at bat.
Runners on first and second. That is walk number 5 for McKean.
It's 2 patient at bats in a row.
Merrick wanted it. It was a little bit low, 0-1. 2 on, no outs for the heart of the Green Wave order. Outside on the fastball. That is up and out. This might be the last inning for McKean.
I don't see anybody warming up, but he is.
His pitch count's getting up there, too. All 3 is upstairs.
See him laboring a little.
3-1.
Oh.
And the umpire calls a strike over the outside corner.
Captain thought he was taking a walk. Frankly, we all did.
Hey, George!
Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Let's go!
McKean needs a strike here. And he gets one. Merrick probably wouldn't have swung at that if the umpire hadn't called the previous one a strike. So now it's Eddie Riley. He grounded to third his first time up. Got Riley outside. Henry Rogers awaiting on deck for the green wave. This is going to get out of play. 0-2. The 0-2 for McKean. Curveball chopped to short. Throw to second in time for 1, and Riley beats out the throw to first. So there'll be runners on the corners on the fielder's choice. Riley reaches safely for the first time today. Rogers walked his first time up. He's got a big gap between first and second base to work with. Ball 1 is high. Cummings on third, Riley on first for the moment. Raj is expecting fastball, got off speed. 1-1, Riley takes off. McKean steps off, but no throw, and
Does not
Riley's
bite.
got the stolen bag. It's one of those last game where the runner at first just takes off before the pitcher goes home with the pitch. Rogers laces one down the third baseline foul. Coach Paraxis demonstrating his quick feet again. That is a ball to Rogers, 2-2. Popped up.
Oh.
Henry reaches out and makes the catch for out number 3. Two runners stranded for the green wave. We'll head to the 4th inning. Still tied, Coach.
Promising inning. You know, had a few runners on base, worked pitcher for a few long counts. Couldn't capitalize, but they're on the right track.
Well, thank you for watching this live stream and every live stream as the season starts to wind down in the 2021-2022 school year. YouTube.com/AbingtonCamo2351/live. Been there all season long. Soccer, football, basketball, hockey.
The ability of our fans now to see games live is just impressive. You know, I know a lot of people aren't able to get to the rink to see some hockey games, and you guys do a tremendous job covering it for them.
Of course, Nana Merrick, we know, watches each and every game.
Nana Merrick is maybe your biggest fan, Mad Dog.
She might be.
When you're doing, you're doing something right.
Of course, the Van Luling's out in Oklahoma, I think it is.
That's, this is a national broadcast.
International.
International.
We had people watching our Super Bowl production from Bermuda.
That sounds like a very, very good take.
I mean, I'll be honest. The first week in December, it was exceptionally cold. I kind of wish I was in Bermuda
Yeah,
watching
sure
that
did.
broadcast. If you miss one of our live broadcasts, maybe want to catch a government meeting, some other programming, want to watch back each and every hockey game,
Or some episodes of The Buzz.
some episodes of The Buzz, AbingtonCam.tv, the place to go for on-demand video, live streams of our cable access channels, and much, much more.
And maybe an interesting discussion coming up regarding the Title IX and all the females
Yep.
in Abington who have laid the groundwork for the future generations like my daughters to be able to compete actively with all the sports in town.
Of course, we've got the year-end banquet coming up for the sports on
June
this coming
1st.
Wednesday.
Honor these seniors as they move on. The next chapter in their lives. A little celebration.
Donald back on the hill for his fourth inning of work. Travis McKean leads off. Him, Carter Wimberly, and Jackson Soderberg do up the 7, 8, 9 hitters in the skipper's lineup.
The Ace got the best of him last at bat.
Just inside.
Great pitch, ain't on. Great spot.
Good job, kid. Keep out.
Umpire being
Paint in the black.
very, very selective with O'Donnell. 2-1 the count to McKean.
It's a good bounce back pitch.
Sweeping slider.
Didn't give the umpire much choice there.
Ball 3 upstairs. Keen strikeout victim his first time up. 4 on the day for O'Donnell. That one fouled off. Looks like it got just over the Cohasset bus in the parking lot. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch from O'Donnell. Upstairs. So McKean waits it out and reaches base for the first time today. There will be a courtesy runner at first. It is Young now at first. Wimberly reached on an error his first time up. Throw to first is close, but Young gets back safely.
A little high on the throw over.
Young holds
Nope.
bunt squared. Now Merrick's throw down to first is just in front of the bag.
Looks like Young froze for a second over there.
You almost got him leaning towards second. Of course, the bunt is a hit and run situation. See if O'Donnell checks over to first. He does, and Young gets back safely. Want to know the count to Wimberly. Squares and Merrick pump fakes again down to first. If Nash holds on the bag, they'll have him.
Yeah.
Go right down the middle.
Rogers in 5 feet on the grass. Ball 3 is low and inside.
Yeah, he's getting a little behind this at bat.
One pitch at a time, Aiden. You've done it a million times.
The 3-0. Strike one. That was
That's
the classic two-seam fastball.
Meat and potato right there.
Wimberly looking all the way. There was only one man in baseball that had a green light on 3-0, and he is long since retired from the Red Sox. Another bunt squared, and that is strike two. Full count. O'Donnell battling back.
Carter Wembley not happy with that call.
The payoff pitch. Swing and a
Got
miss.
him.
Strike three. What a battle
Oh,
back
that
from
is-
Aiden O'Donnell.
That is some energy right there.
Fifth strikeout for the future UMass Dartmouth Corsair.
You're going to be covering him next year as well, huh, Mad Dog?
Absolutely. It's always fun when I get to see players go through the high school and college careers. Coach
Yeah.
Bob Prince down in Dartmouth has told O'Donnell he's going to be in the rotation as a freshman. Isn't that insane?
That is impressive.
Corsairs making it to the Little East Conference Championship game this season. Throw over to first. Diving back again was Young.
That's one of the things I love about baseball, too, is the ability of a Division IV high school baseball player to be able to go immediately from high school and contribute to a team that, just like you said, was in the, what is it?
Little East Conference
the Little East
Championship.
Conference
Of course,
Championship.
we got basketball players. Matt McGuire made
Right.
it to the
Right.
Sweet 16, I believe, with WPI. This one fouled off. A ball and 2 strikes now to Soderberg.
Well, that's the difference with hockey, is there's a lot of competition from the Canadian markets, and the age of your
A lot of
incoming
internationals, too, from
in the age of your incoming freshman, even at your school such as UMass Dartmouth, is now, on average, got to be about 20.
yeah.
20, 21, so
There's one out to center. It's going to be cut off by Tobin again. Young only able to move one base. So another long single.
which is tough, because if you're a talented hockey player at a, Division IV program,
A lot
you
of
really,
Europeans transferring in too.
yes. And, there's some, especially more this year, too, with a lot of the Canadian league shut down. So a lot of junior hockey players who weren't even considering going to university in the States.
This one off of the heel of Tobin's glove. It deflects to Sellen. The throw all the way home. Young scores.
Heck of an effort on that line drive single.
Hey, you're good. We'll get it.
Almost had the diving catch in center. Soderberg had to stop at second. It's an RBI single for Justin Froyo. In the NCAA, of course, the extra year of eligibility due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Especially in Division II and Division III, players that weren't going to come back for their 5th year, go to grad school, made the last-minute decision to return.
Yeah.
That takes up a lot of roster spots.
It does.
something like 12 graduating seniors for UMass Dartmouth's hockey team this year. There's a lot of them.
That is a lot.
Meeting at the mound, with the Skippers leading 2-1. Runners on first and second, one away here, top of the fourth. Presumably Rogers would be the reliever. This is Luke Naveau, who was hit by a pitch. He also flew out to right field.
Let's
Donald's
see.
slider is low.
Let's see if what coach had to say to the ace works. Sometimes you just need to refocus.
Well, Donald works best when he's got a very, very quick pace going and isn't taking a lot of time between pitches. Saw that in his last no-hitter that the wire-to-wire run time was about an hour and 15 minutes.
That hour 15 minutes. That is quick work.
And not wasting any time.
No. Imagine a lot of aces when they're feeling it.
This one out towards left center could be trouble. Selin moving over. He sticks his glove up and makes
What?
the catch.
A snag.
And no tag.
There was no doubt about that. Selling with a big play out there and left.
That's a lot of range.
That was a well hit ball. Pitcher's got to appreciate that type of help out in left field.
2 away, top of the fourth inning for Justin Appleby. He's reached base twice, a single, and he was plunked in the third. Score the first Cohasset run of the day. High fastball. Cohasset the classic stirrups look. Appleby asks for time last second. That knuckle curve fools him every time. One and 0. Another curve, that one outside. McHenry awaiting on deck. Oh, and Appleby gets hit again.
Hey, don't even talk. James, don't talk.
That one got Appleby in the back.
Hey, you are fine. Don't worry about it.
So Appleby takes his base, third time he's reached today. He's the catcher, and the Skippers are going to send in a courtesy runner for him.
Get!
Singari is the courtesy runner. So now it'll be Nick Henry looking to avoid the hat trick. He has struck out twice today.
Got the bases plugged.
No room for error here. 2 outs. Soderberg's on third. Froyo on second. And Sangari now in place of Appleby at first. 0-2. Another nasty curveball.
Froze him.
Smart now, Aiden. Be smart. Defensive. You kicks and step on the plate.
The 0-2 from O'Donnell. Knuckle curve just outside. Couldn't miss by less than that.
If you want to do that, you got to be on the knuckle. Nice pitch, Aiden.
The 1-2 now to Henry. Fouled off to the first base side.
The Aces had his way with Henry today. 2 strikeouts.
5 overall. One, two. For the knuckle curve, that is up and out. 2-2.
Go in on, keep balance, kid.
Hey, you're fine, Aiden. Right here. This pitch right here.
Let's go, Larry, kid. They know it better than you, O'Donnell.
2-2. Swing and a miss on the heater. And there's the hat trick. Henry down for the 3rd time by way of the K.
Couldn't have come at a better time. Needed it.
The Skippers leave them loaded. That is, let's see, 8 runners stranded on base for Cohasset
Right.
today.
Yeah, the Aces had to work. Get out of each inning. But 2-1 ball game. Couldn't ask for more with that amount of runners on base. Being down 2-1. Take that.
It'll be Nash, Sellen, and Donovan due up for the green wave. The 3 of them are a combined 0 for 1. Of course, the walks don't count for the at-bats. Sellen and Donovan both drew walks in the 2nd inning.
And
it is still McKean pitching and still Appleby catching. O'Donnell now 85 pitches into his afternoon. McKean is at 71. Of course, baseball and football, apparently the only sports that you can't schedule postseason scrimmages. Did not know that before this week. So the softball team has a couple that popped up for next week. And I said, wait a second. They've already played 20 games. How does that work?
very interesting.
Short blooper is reached up and grabbed by Naveau. 1 out.
Looked like it confused him a little, but he regrouped and snagged it. Very interesting. I've never even thought of the concept of the post.
I had no idea. There's a full week off between the end of the regular season here and when the seedings come out. So the softball team figured we might as well stay in action, stay loose.
Hey, that is duly noted.
Baseball, I can't promise live coverage of any postseason scrimmages, Coach.
Oh,
But baseball, you don't want to do that because you get into the pitch counts and the mandatory rest and all that fun stuff. Yeah, the softball team will face the Stoughton Black Knights on Monday afternoon
In their final game of the season?
in the scrimmage.
Oh, in the scrimmage.
The final game that counted was yesterday against Braintree. 2-2 now the count to Selin.
I was always loved the aspect of seniors being able to, their schooling's over, and now they're still playing ball without, having the day off and coming to the ball field.
Yeah, you can have senior-only practices.
Especially, and then last year, going into July, everybody was experiencing that.
Yeah, that was a tough stretch. Donovan drops down the bunt. Appleby's throw is a little bit wide left, but in time for the out. No runs, no hits, no errors. The Green Wave go down 1-2-3 in order for the first time today. We're headed to the top of the fifth inning. Cohasset leads 2-1. It'll be Ian Tosco, Lefebvre, and McKean. I know you always want to scrimmage the best, but I might advise trying to schedule a postseason scrimmage against Norwell. They might not be the right opponent for a game like that.
We are opening up against them in league play next year. Working on finalizing the schedule as we sit here. A couple more non-league conference games to go.
Now there was an interest meeting about possibly starting a girls hockey team.
Right. And I haven't seen where that has gone, but if it's not now, I know coming in the next few years there is a lot of young girls coming up who have talent, love the game, want an opportunity to play, and I encourage it. That was my first coaching job ever, was for the first year of the Situate High School girls hockey program. I was the assistant coach.
It's a good brand of hockey, especially if you look to the Olympics, the NWHL. Great quality hockey.
And we have our own local Danielle LaRocco, who is the manager, owner of the Bay State Hockey League and does a lot of work for the South Shore Eagles and the Rockland Rink. She is the general manager of the Boston Pride. And they back-to-back championships. The Isabel Cup.
Yeah.
And she's a role model for a lot of young girl hockey players, including our own Emma Crocker from Abington, who has just joined forces with LaRocco in a professional role.
Of course, Callie getting her first career goal this past season.
Didn't take her long. First game of the season.
She's a sophomore?
She's going to be a junior.
She's going to be a junior. You guys are in good shape next year with Merrick.
We are in a great shape. The leadership,
Crocker, Quinn.
the leadership we have coming back.
Of course, Quinny, the goalkeeper of the boys lacrosse team here at Abington High School.
Sure.
Their top line center, if you call it that, is Hunter Grafton.
On the lacrosse.
On lacrosse, yes.
Yep. And Johnny Halpin.
The two of the most entertaining games I've watched were you guys against Vogue Tech. The Sunday night, the late one, it was 3-3, the battle back.
Yes. And that's I was hoping to do another home and home with the Votech next year, and it does not look like it is working out schedule-wise.
Their home is your home.
Their home is our home. We're neighbors within the rink, and I was looking forward. And if not next year, the next year we're going to try and. Very interesting. We do have a 3-game series against our rivals, the Bulldogs. We've always played them twice.
Really?
And we have now a 3-game series.
How does that line up because of the Cashman
It
tournament?
sure does. And something that I kind of wanted to happen. Usually we've used the Cashman tournament as a league game. This year it will not be.
Ground ball to shortstop. Madden gets it off the hop. His throw to first
Failed it
is
cleanly.
in time.
Nash with a good play first.
Speaking of league games, this game is not a league game. Of course, keen-eyed Green Wave fans know that Abington has moved up to the Sullivan division across all sports this year. That is the big schools of the South Shore League, quote unquote. Cohasset is in the Tobin division. This one straight up,
It's out, it's out, it's out, it's out.
and that will get out of play. Got someone. It might have got Bill Marquardt. That get Marquardt?
That was close.
Got Marquardt's foot, we think.
He's smiling over there. I think it may have just missed him.
I think he's... If it got his foot, he's happy that it didn't hit the camera.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Foul tip into the mid. 0-2 now to Luke Lefebvre. He's 1 for 2, a single and a strikeout. Bill, of course, the great photographer. No one more dedicated. He balanced 4 different senior nights this past Wednesday.
He does it
All
all.
at the same time.
And he does it all for free out of,
Yeah.
the kindness of his heart and just the love of the game, for the photography. And anybody can go on.
Check swing. I think he committed. Are they going to check? First base umpire wasn't looking.
Yeah.
What kind of answer is that? Then why are you here? No, that's not an answer, Blue. Thank you. That's all I asked for. What?
2 balls and 2 strikes. Always interesting.
Always.
Gotta love the passionate coaches in game. Ground ball right side. Riley's gonna take it. His toss over to Nash is in plenty of time.
Coach P knows the right time to say the right thing to get his boys focused. He's got their back.
They respond too.
And that's it. And he knows it. He doesn't do it to be funny, even though it was funny.
So this is Travis McKean. He walked his last time up, has also struck out.
Attaboy. Attaboy. Jake, I'm ready to go when John gets in.
O'Donnell starting to heat up. There's another curveball.
And talk about that pace. That's been a quick inning. It's working.
2 ground balls in the inning, none on. That is just low and outside, hoping to get McKean chasing.
Go get him, buddy.
Ball and 2 strikes. Pitch from O'Donnell. Fastball, straight heat.
Froze him. He was looking for the off speed.
No attempt by McKean.
We got 9 more rounds.
3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Cohasset hanging on to a 2-1 lead. We haven't really talked baseball. We've talked a lot of hockey with you over the months and a couple of years now. Who's your favorite baseball player of all time?
It's a good question, Mad Dog. Maybe Veritek,
The classic. He's mine.
Love the leadership, and now it's great to see him on the bench.
Yeah.
The Sox, too.
Veritek, of course, I was born in 93, so I grew up. I mean, the first Red Sox memory that I have is watching Grady Little not pull Pedro Martinez in Game 7. So that was the heart of the Veritek years. Of course, you had Trot Nixon with the hat that he wore for 16 years.
Yep.
Nomar Garciaparra.
Big, huge Nomar fan. Yeah, it's been amazing to see what they've done over the last 20 years there.
Across all the professional sports.
Right.
In the early 90s, it was kind of a wasteland. You had Ray Bork for the Bruins, but they weren't winning anything.
I know. All right. Green's looking for these bats to come alive.
It'll be the top of the order. Ryan Tobin will lead off. Got 3 bases his first time up. Has also flown out to deep right field. O'Donnell and Madden also due up.
Looks like the Green Wave got Selin warming up behind us.
All 1 in the dirt. McKean returning to the hill. That was his 72nd pitch. Ground ball to first. It gets through, and Tobin's on the board.
Figured he'd give it a try on the ground after those two high fly balls to left field.
Gets on top of one, and Henry at first couldn't get his glove on it. So that'll be O'Donnell. Tobin, big lead at first. They'll check him. The throw over is not in time.
Get back! Get back! Get back! Get back! I'm so back!
Bottom half of the 5th. Tobin holds. O'Donnell looks at strike 1. Curveball is outside. Stephen Madden waiting on deck for the Green Wave. Tobin holds. The bunt squared. It is ball 2.
Not in a pond! I'm not in a pond! Skip it, Ross! Oh, no!
2-1 Tobin holds. It is ball 3 upstairs.
Bucket, bucket, bucket! Bucket, bucket, bucket! Bucket, bucket, bucket! Why do we need a bucket? Because he's throwing it off basketball!
3-1. We'll see if Tobin takes off. He holds. Strike 2. Another heater. O'Donnell didn't like it. Full count. Tobin off with the pitch. Ball 4.
2-1 early. That's what the boy's been looking for.
So now it'll be Stephen Madden. He is walked and struck out.
Appears to be due for a hit.
He's been seeing the ball really well all season long. Young sophomore in the 3 slot in the Green Wave lineup.
Looks like the skipper's starting to get somebody going in the pen as well.
On one, Madden fouls it off to the backstop. It is Ronan warming up for Cohasset. 0-2 now the count to Madden. Curveball is outside. On 2 is low and away. Madden not one to chase bad pitches. The 2-2 is fouled off.
Back in the box. Back in the box. Keep fighting, kid. Let's go, Steve.
The 2-2. McKean's curveball is strike 3 over the inside corner. Madden not happy.
Inside. There you go, man. Go, spread 6. Not even close.
So now it'll be Merrick. 2 on, 1 out.
There we go, Spence. There you go, Cowboy. Let's get some consistency. Same pitch.
The fastball is inside.
Come on. He's asking an 8 ball.
Slider is upstairs. 2-0 to Merrick. Two and 1 to the Green Wave catcher.
Get loud, boys. Let's go.
Tobin on second, Cummings on first. Merrick, hard grounder to short, tough hop. The throw to first is in time, but it moves the runners.
Good recovery there by the short. It's
Merrick 0 for 2, the sacrifice not counting against his batting average. This is the Heartbreak Kid. Eddie Riley, the Heartbreak Kid. Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels.
2 on, 2 out. Riley swings at the high fastball. Coach Praxlis immediately says, don't chase the high ones.
Lay it off.
Curveball low and inside. 1-1. Another one to short. The throw to first is low but scooped. The Green Wave strand 2 more.
Hey, remember when you missed the grab ball?
No runs. No hits. 1 error committed by the Skippers. They lead it 2-1. We're headed to the top of the 6th inning. 8-9 1-hitters due up for Cohasset.
The ace is walking back out to the mound.
He might have an inning left. We'll go get the pitch counts.
Where?
Both pitchers are at 99. The limit is 115. So O'Donnell's got 16 pitches which to work with here. Carter Wimbley has struck out and reached on an error. Soderberg has singled and reached on an error. And Froyo has walked, singled, and grounded to third. Eight seniors on this team, including the pitcher Aiden O'Donnell, second baseman Eddie Riley, center fielder Ryan Tobin, right fielder Drew Donovan. That's it for the starting nine. They've also got Mike Pino, Josh Richards, Jack Shea. I think that's 8. Oh no, Owen Haggerty. Thank you to our cameraman. Liam Murphy, who's also a graduating senior this year. Pitch number 100 for O'Donnell. Just inside. The pitch counts, the game of baseball, especially at the professional level. I don't know where you stand on analytics, but it's been driving me nuts, especially this year. Here's a soft grounder off the handle of the bat to Riley at second. And there's one out.
It's become such a huge part of the game. Almost taking the managerial role out of it and not relying more on the computers.
Yeah.
That's where an interesting thought the other day was what Bill... Yes, go get him. Go get him.
So now it's Soderberg. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Here's another ground ball to Riley. And 2 straight 4-3 putouts. On 3 pitches.
What would Bill Belichick do using analytics in baseball if he was the manager of the Boston Red Sox?
He would probably take the computer that is generating it and throw it in a bin somewhere. I don't know what would tell a manager that one of the best pitchers in all of baseball, Clayton Kershaw, who's 70 pitches in, 7 innings deep to a perfect game.
Perfect game.
He's averaging 10 pitches an inning.
Yeah.
What is telling you to pull him?
Not your gut.
O'Donnell's curveball, good for strike 2.
Looks like he's having some fun out there.
It's only at 104.
Yeah.
I pop up out of play.
Having his most efficient inning timely.
Count remains 0-2. This is Froyo. It's a curveball out to center. It's going to drop in front of Tobin. One on with 2 outs for Luke Naveau. Naveau has been hit by a pitch and flown out to left and right field.
Looks like the outfielders took a step back.
Easier to run in than backpedal. Throw to first. Froyo diving back safely. He's reached for the third time today. 2 singles and a walk. Healthy lead.
He's off.
And no throw from Merrick. They're going to walk Naveau to turn the force back on at any base here with 2 outs. Appleby has singled and been punked twice.
No one better than you, Anon. Let's get out of this. Go, Anon.
2 on, 2 outs for the Skippers. Top half of the 6th. Strike 1 on the fastball.
Absolute gas.
He's going to be somewhere probably low 80s.
It's deep in the game. That many pitches. Gotta gut that one out.
Number 109. Slider is in the dirt, 1-1.
Merrick down in the butterfly.
Great defensive backstop. Fouled off. A ball and 2 strikes now to Appleby. Should he reach, it'll be Nick Henry.
Go, O'Donnell. Go, Anon.
1-2 from O'Donnell.
Right up.
Straight up.
Who's got it?
O'Donnell still on the mound, moves over and makes the acrobatic catch
Great play to get out.
for out number 3. So 2 more runners stranded for Cohasset. We're headed to the bottom of the 6th inning. Rogers, Nash, and Sellendu up for the Green Wave. Cohasset leading 2-1. McKeon heading back out. He's also at 99 pitches entering the 6th inning.
Looks like it's the end of the day for the ace.
He would have maybe 1 batter, 2 best case scenario in the 7th.
I think you want to get Sellen in his groove.
Sellen started on Tuesday against the St. John Paul II, the Lions. Got the win in that one. Steve Madden the save.
What was the score of that game?
5-4.
That's it. That's good to. Was that the comeback?
That was. Let's see. The closest it was 1-1 in the third.
It's good to see Tobin get a little redemption as the Lions sniped with 1 second left to beat us this season down in Hyannis.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
Yeah. You know, but nothing a little Chick-fil-A after didn't hail.
Tobin sacrificed himself in the 6th inning to move along the eventual game-winning run. No defensive changes for the Skippers in the 7th and final scheduled frame. Travis McKean is at 99 pitches. His number 100 to Rogers is skied to foul territory down the right field line. It's going to drop. Rolling away, ball 1 for McKean. 1-1. Rogers has walked and popped out to first. He skies this one to deep center field. Drifting back is it's over his head. It 2 hops the infield to the JV field. Rogers heading for second. And now turning for third. There will be no throw.
Yeah.
A leadoff triple for Henry Rogers.
Some heads-up base running there, too. Didn't slow down for a second.
And that is going to be the day for Travis McKean. Very short leash here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
That's what these bats needed. One to get through. Tremendous hit by Rogers.
So we'll line up all of the incoming Cohasset changes. Rogers got absolutely every inch of that ball.
Well, first out there to celebrate with him is O'Donnell. Appreciating the support.
So the new pitcher will be Nick Iantoska.
A tall, lanky right-hander.
He's moving in from right field. McKean is going to take over at shortstop, it looks like. So Navode looks like he's going to move over to second. It'll be A.J. Nash with Rogers on third.
Nash due for a hit.
0 for 2 so far today. Strikeout and also flied out to shortstop.
Is the JV game canceled, or do they play it as scheduled?
I think they played as scheduled. So it will be Ian Tosca. Can't quite catch the number in right field. McKean to short. Naveau to third base. That moves Madden over to second. Nash looks at ball one, up and out. That is up high. The 2-0 from Ian Tosca. That's good for a strike at or around the knees. Runner on third, no outs. Bottom of the 6th inning. And Nash gets plunked.
A little lack of command from Ian Tosca coming in late.
Runners on the corners with no outs for John Sellen.
Oh, that's hello.
Get a little special delivery from the family. So it'll be Sellen with runners on the corners and no outs. In the dirt, good block by Appleby.
No!
All right, Tosca's first couple of pitches. Sellen fouls this one off to the backstop. Hit batter and one that bounced 2 feet in front of the plate.
Seems like the Green Wave have a little life here in the dugout.
Always. Always and forever. That is up a bit outside, 2-1. Two and one for Ian Tosca. Nash takes off. No throw. So now runners on second and third with no outs. Sellen asks for time. Three balls, one strike to Sellen. It's a grounder to first, and
that's a run.
Ian Tosca took a digger on his way over. It's a sacrifice grounder that knocks in the game-tying run.
Looked home, but didn't pull the trigger. Try to get a bat on the ball there, Sellen.
This, I think, is Rey Mysterio. The team always goes back and watches the broadcast, so I'm hoping that they will correct me if I'm wrong on any of these.
I'm sure they will. And be equally impressed by your knowledge.
Yes. I figure I'm batting about 800 right now. So now it's Drew Donovan. He has walked and attempted to beat out a bunt. Looks at strike one.
Tough one, Joey. Hey, Joey, 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 yo! Joey, 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 Joey,
He squares the bunt. And Nash tagged out on his way home. Seemed to be some confusion if that ball was going to be called a foul or not.
Stayed in.
I would be willing to wager that Donovan's going to try to steal second here. Tobin is 0 for 1. He's reached on 2 errors.
He looks like he's getting ready to move, and he's off.
Throw down from Appleby. Not in time.
Oh. Textbook slide. Outside.
The cops are coming, the cops are coming, he stole a base. The cops are coming, the cops.
Runner in scoring position for the captain here.
And a speedy one at that. He has stolen third a couple times this season, too.
Tobin's had the bat on the ball all day.
You want to Tobin is
Gets the
shot out
piece.
towards center.
Over his head.
Froyo is not going to get there. Donovan's going to walk home.
Tobin's
Donovan's
on the go.
down in the corner. It's still rolling
He's
backwards.
going.
Donovan.
He's sending him.
Tobin's going to get
He's
right
going.
around.
He's
It's a
coming.
home.
He's coming.
He is not in time for Ryan Tobin.
Are you kidding me? Woo! The wheels on Tobes.
He went all the way.
What did just happen?
And inside the
For the
putt,
lead.
Johnson for Ryan Tobin.
He was flying around the
He
bases, Mad
rounded
Dog.
third. I don't even think
There
he
was-
was looking at Coach.
There
for
was
this
nothing
time.
slowing him down.
John! Bullpen!
Absolute wheels give the Green Wave
A
a
mi-
4-2 lead.
A missile to center field.
That was a rocket. Froyo might have had a chance at it.
It looked
but
like he
got
had a
bad
beat.
jump.
It looked like he had a beat at first, but that thing
And he
just took
misjudged it.
off.
There will be another new Cohasset pitcher after Ian Tosca, who's now on the hook for the loss. Gets chased by Ryan Tobin. Absolutely electric here at the Tom Graham Diamond.
That just changed the whole game, Mad Dog.
Absolutely. Took till the bottom of the 6th inning, but the Green Wave have the lead again.
It's fitting. He was putting lumber on the ball all day.
Well, not counting the errors, he's got a single, a triple, and a home run.
Right.
So it'll be Ronan for Cohasset.
There's 2 outs on the board, too, Mad Dog.
2 outs. O'Donnell has reached twice, 2 walks. If he reaches, it'll be Madden. They might send O'Donnell back out to start the inning. Have him go one batter.
I think after
I
that,
think it depends on
if it was up to him, he'd do it.
It depends on if he gets out here, because then he might try to buy some more time for selling to Warm.
Right.
So Ronan, the new pitcher. Ian Tosca back out to right field. O'Donnell swings at one that was low, and he knew it. Running kind of a sidearm swing towards home. O'Donnell, a monster gap in right center to work with. That one comes in low.
Protect now, Eddie. Hey. Yo, settle them. Hey, what? Dingleberries.
Ball 2 strikes to O'Donnell. That one fouled off.
Hey, somebody on that.
Looked like it could be heading for my car. Just missed.
Yeah, you don't want to jinx yourself a little early, buddy.
Count remains 1 and 2.
And Mad Dog's car remains intact.
O'Donnell looks at strike 3 up in the zone outside. That is how the inning will end. But 3 very, very big runs for the Green Wave.
A lot of good at-bats.
Tobin, the captain.
The captain coming through.
Inside the park home run to knock in 2. Rogers scored on Sellen's sacrifice to first. So it's 4-2 Abington heading to the top of the 7th inning. Cohasset will need to score 2 to extend it to the bottom half of the inning. Nick Henry, Nick Iantoska, and Luke Lefebvre due up.
My gut's telling me they're not going to let this one through the cracks for the coach.
Chance at career win number 301 all time. The great Tom Graham, who handed the reins over to
And look who's in the middle there, getting the boys going. The home run king himself, Tobin.
That's it.
All fired up.
And Tom Graham,
What
who
a
handed
moment.
the reins to Paraxis back in 2002, I believe. Sits at 326 wins all time. Coach P, a chance for 301.
Just like Coach Graham has 3.
Yeah.
So it's only a matter of a couple of years.
A lot of dedication to coach the same team for that long. Of course,
Right.
Kell's got the record. He's about to enter season number 49 for the football team. You're at 3, but I think you could be here for another 40 or 50 years.
Oh, I'm not going anywhere, so God willing. God willing.
O'Donnell is returning to the hill
He
here.
is.
And that's an analytical thing.
That is straight.
That is an analytical thing that, let me be on the record as saying I agree with. He's struck Nick Henry out 3 times today.
Yeah.
He's got 4 pitches to work with, but the batter can't be cut off. So O'Donnell will be able to finish the batter should he throw more than 4 pitches.
Yeah. That's a pro move. You know, and it's good. As you know, Coach P he's a lot of gut feeling, not all analytics.
Oh,
but,
if you say the word analytics
Right.
within 5 feet of him,
Right.
he'll go on a
right.
nice rant.
But that's his mental analytics. He just knows without even looking. That's his brain, his computer brain. He's doing it without. There's a lot of similarities between Coach Belichick and Coach P.
yes,
A lot
absolutely.
of. A lot of.
It's been an absolute pleasure to have Coach Brian Woodford on the broadcast with myself, Mad Dog Matt Nelson. Top of the 7th inning. In the season finale, Green Wave might have their first round playoff matchup either next Saturday or Sunday.
And I believe Coach just said that was the first home run of the season.
That sounds accurate.
What a timely dinger.
Couldn't ask for better timing. Henry towards short. Oh, a great pick by Madden.
What a hot
One
glove.
pitch, one out. O'Donnell might go a second batter here.
That would be. It looks like he's going to let him hit it. They got a couple runs to play with. Nobody on base.
That was pitch number
And if he-
112.
And if he gets through this batter quickly, he
He
may
could.
be able to close this deal down.
Good. Ian Tosca is 1 for 3. Single, a pop to first, and a ground out to short. Ball one just high.
That is a great pitch. Great. Amazing pitch.
Swing and a miss, strike two. So Sellen will come in after this batter. Another foul off out of play. That got the top of the Cohasset bus. Count remains 1-2. Ground ball towards Riley at second. Soft toss to Nash in time for out number 2. It'll be John Sellen to face Luke Lefebvre, who represents the last chance for the Skippers. 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning. Green Wave leading it 4-2. Lefebvre has singled, struck out, and grounded to third. As O'Donnell gets the round of applause.
Well deserved. He had to grind through those early innings.
So Sellen in from left field. Donovan's going to move over from right to left. And O'Donnell's going to take right field. Sellen eligible for his first save of the season today.
He's going to face the favorable. Appears to be, what, 1 for 3 on the day?
Yes. Single, a strikeout, and a ground out to
Yeah.
third. Thank you again for watching this game live on youtube.com/AbingtonCam02351/live. We've been living there for a couple of years now.
A huge embrace between O'Donnell and Tobin out there in the outfield.
A mutual respect between the two seniors.
I can imagine. The baseball those two have played together over the years, could imagine. Probably back to the old.
O'Donnell currently eligible for the win due to Tobin's 2-run home run. So it'll be Sellen versus Lefebvre. Lefebvre, the last chance for the Skippers. There's 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning. Swing and a miss, strike one.
Nice action from Sellen.
It's weird to see a high school baseball team have 4 great pitchers that could start on any given day
Right.
and give you a chance to win. The Green Wave have it.
Yeah, the options for Coach P here.
He's
Any
got
given day.
Sellen, Madden, Rogers, and O'Donnell. The 0-2. It's fouled off again. So the 0-2 for Sellen.
Looking to close things out.
Another foul up and out.
Heads up, heads up, heads up!
Tell you, kids are fearless.
And sometimes clueless.
Count remains 0-2. Lefebvre not going down without a fight. The pitch from Selin. Ball one upstairs, trying to get Lefebvre to chase.
Bench players. Going forward. He's not getting another one to the second and third playoff. All right, same with Owen. All right, everyone else is helping out. Connor's not doing it. Owen's not doing it. Good spot to miss. Now go get him. Here you go, Johnny.
Ball two.
Merrick's still not letting anything by him.
His ability to block balls, and pucks for that matter, especially in the redirections, when it bounces in the dirt. Another foul off and out of play.
He's keeping that tree on its toes.
That tree is doing some great work.
Go, Sal. Go, Johnny boy.
Count remains 2-2. And another one sent back. There is a section of fans.
Coach may want to put a guy back there just to get that foul ball.
There's a section of, I think, Cohasset fans back there that are under constant air assault here from Lefebvre. The fourth 2-2 to Lefebvre. Ball three. The payoff pitch is lined out towards right field. That is going to drop in the gap. O'Donnell chases it down, and it's a 2-out double. O'Donnell with an absolute rocket to third.
Keeping him at second.
Online, too, one
Yeah.
might add.
Yeah, all the way from the JV field. So well done.
So now it will be McKean. He struck out looking his last time up. He is 0 for 2 overall, 2 strikeouts and a walk.
Eddie, stay home. Never mind him.
Fouled off down the right field line. That's going to be out of reach.
John, make sure everyone gets ready before you get on the rubber. Give them a second. You're good.
So now McKean, the last chance for the Skippers. Just high, 1-1.
Wonderful
Strike
pitch
two.
by Selin. Way to battle back.
Oh, inside corner. McKean's not going to swing at that if he doesn't have to.
Looked like it was the spot Merrick wanted.
Skippers down to their last strike. It
And
is
he
a
does
knuckle
it. He throws
curve.
'em.
O'Donnell the win, Selin the save.
Congrats to the
4-2,
Green Wave.
a comeback victory for Abington. They trailed 2-1 before the bottom of the 6th inning when Ryan Tobin, he's going to be our player of the game.
It has
Coach.
to be the player of the game with O'Donnell. Coming in second player of the game. Didn't have the pitch count. He would have went all the way.
So 4-2 your final score. The Green
Yeah.
Wave head into the playoffs on a high note,
Yeah.
defeating their South Shore League rival, the Cohasset Skippers.
They just hung in there and grinded it out, waited for their time, waited for their opportunity, and then pounced.
Drew Donovan, the eventual game-winning run, he was knocked in by Tobin on that absolute rocket to center field.
Yeah, after stealing second, getting in position, I think he kind of maybe helped Tobin realize, all right, we have a runner now in scoring position.
Fastest one on the team, too.
Fastest one on the team. It's now time to go to work. And what did he do? Missile, center field, turned on the Jets.
So O'Donnell gets the season finale win. Again, Selin the save. 4-2 the final from the Tom Graham Diamond today.
As the boys get together for final picture, final regular season game.
Keep your eyes on At Abington AD on Twitter for all of the playoff rankings as they come out. Should be Thursday, Friday for most teams.
Yeah, and I want to wish this team the best of luck going forward. Truly a pleasure to watch. Great team, great coaches. I expect them to make a deep, deep run, especially after last year's loss. They all have that. They've got the chip on the shoulders. They've got the chip on the shoulder. They've been there. They want it. They've worked hard for it. It's going to be interesting to see, interesting to watch. Thank you for having me, Mad Dog. It's been a real pleasure. This is a new experience for me that I like.
Anytime, Coach. Thank you for joining us.
Listening to you do your thing's impressive. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. I know these boys love watching you. We love watching you. The town loves having you.
Thank you, Coach. Thanks for joining us. An absolute blast from the Tom Graham Diamond this beautiful Saturday of Memorial Day weekend. Green Wave starting it off right with a 4-2 victory over the Cohasset Skippers. Want to thank our cameraman for bringing you the sights and sounds from Memorial Field today, the one, the only Liam Murphy. On behalf of my broadcast partner, Coach Brian Woodford, I'm Mad Dog Matt Nelson. We'll see you next game.